All right, hi folks, waving at you. I'm gonna do a little demo on contour sketching. And what contour means is basically an outline sketch of an object. And we're doing it this week to start off because contours don't really show a lot of detail and they can be really scribbly if you really want to. This one's actually pretty clean of a dog here. This one's pretty clean. This is part of the Fountain Valley High School campus where the football head coach's office used to be, and so you can kind of see some scribbly lines here for the palm trees and for some lines, a little bit more three-dimensional aspects for the building here, but you can get, if you see the plants, not a perfect detailed sketch here. So what I'd like you guys to do is, practice this. Here's actually a little bit more detailed sketch here with some shading actually embedded in it. If you guys recognize that part of Fountain Valley High School for you FEHS students out there. A little corner of the bowl area with the tree. If you guys look a little bit closely, it's pretty sketchy, just the outlines, and we're not really gonna focus too much on the shading, but you guys can do so if you guys want, okay? And so I'm gonna get a clean piece of paper here, some other aspects that we'll do here in the future. And let's see here, let's start off with this paper here. I'm gonna do it vertically because that's how my phone is situated to record. Now, what I would like you guys to do is pick 3 objects. They can be pictures you guys find online. I'd really highly recommend you guys use an object or a space inside your house or even outside of your house, just so you guys are drawing from direct observation. The only reason I'm using photographs here is purely for demo purposes, but these are aspects of my home. This is my desk, which I'm working in front of right now, kind of a back view here. Here's just, a little planter pot that I had in my backyard, and I thought this kind of old school, skull of a bull here that I got hanging in my living room would work pretty well. Okay, so let's get started here and what this can look like here. And I'm going to be really loose just to show you guys what they do here. But basically what we need is a pencil. You can use your sketchbook. And I recommend a pencil. You guys can use a pen if you want. Pencil, what I like about pencil, you can kind of go really light in some aspects and then dark if you need to. So I'll actually just leave that line there and see what happens, because you can actually be pretty messy. So I'm going to start off with this planter pot. I'm going to put this up here, and what you want to do, what I put in the assignment, a continuous contour, and what that means is you're not really supposed to pick up your pencil. Okay, so that gets you guys really accustomed to just kind of working out the image as you go. And so here I'm going to go really lighter. I'm going to start with the planter pot here. I'm going to go kind of light, go around. Hopefully you guys can see that. Okay, and we're just basically forming an impression, and it's okay if it's not perfect. Okay, I'm gonna go up here, maybe fix some areas really light. This goes around, and it's okay if you pick up your pencil from time to time. I'd really recommend trying not to. Okay, let's put in this little bow tie here. Okay, notice how sketchy it is. So really loose. Okay, notice also where I'm holding the pencil. I'm holding the pencil towards the back. Okay, if you hold it towards the front, you're going to tend to push down a lot. If you hold it to the back, it's pretty loose, and so you get those light lines. You guys caught me picking up my pencil, but I did it for demo purposes. Okay, so don't really need to get a lot of detail in there, just kind of the basic outlines of the forms. Let's get this flower in here. Okay, can even just, just kind of do that, create it really loose. And let's try to get to the plants here. So plants, got these succulents here. Try to make out the shapes, come to a point. Overlap a little bit. You don't have to get it exactly, just an impression. You don't have to get every leaf in there. Okay, that looks pretty good. Got another one here. It kind of comes to a point like that one. In the photo, it's a different color, but basically the same shapes and forms. Here's a little one, so I'll go a little bit littler. And then the little green ones here, basically it just looks like little circles, so that's what I'll do. Just kind of that outline, just kind of a little bunch. Kind of looks like a little bunch of grapes or so. I got another one of those purple plants. You can see I'm not being so truthful to what it actually looks like here, but close. Okay. Do another one here. So it's okay if you actually don't do some parts. Let me fix this here. Go right over the top. All right. And okay, I'm getting too detailed. Okay, there you go. Whoop. Don't pick it up. And now I gotta get this big tree form in here. Okay. Start off there. And go back up. Get those branches. So I'm really looking at the object, not looking at my drawing back and forth. It's okay if I don't get it right, just the impression of it. Try not to pick up my pencil. I'm just kind of getting the branches here. And it looks like, you know, kind of these forms got going on here. Little clusters towards the top. Some of them have like little circles. Okay. Feeling pretty good. All right, now there's a lot of these. Feel free, you know, maybe go a little bit smaller, a little bit more. I'm not gonna do them all. Okay. That looks pretty good. Kind of get that impression there. And there's another one of these a little bit smaller here, down towards the bottom. So I'll kind of repeat those same shapes. I got these tall cactus looking guys here. Got the lines running through it. And we notice, like, you know, direct observation, you're going to see a lot of details in there that you're going to want to draw. Just get a base impression of it. Like this one has, you know, the little thorns everywhere. So it's okay if you just kind of, you know, just kind of do this. Just kind of get that idea. Little X's or something. Again, it's not supposed to be perfect. Just get you guys used to outline and being really loose with your drawing and more comfortable. Not everything has to be a perfect drawing. Sometimes they look cool when they're really kind of like have less detail like this, you know. Okay. Now if you want to darken some aspects up, go for it. Just kind of get a little bit cleaner because I didn't go so dark in the beginning. I'm still going to keep it pretty scratchy and sketchy. I love the sketch look. I just really, some people might not like it, but personally I kind of like the rawness of it. Okay. All right, well, it looks pretty good if you guys see that. All right, I'm going pretty close. I don't need to do the background on that one. And let's switch to the bull skull here. And I'll go a little bit smaller here. I'm going to pull this down. Notice I couldn't get the horns in there. It's just, you know, I'd have to go pull my camera back a lot to get it. And that's when you're using direct observation, I mean, you get a full view of what you're looking at here. So that's nice. So let's see. I'm just going to start off with the nose. Really light here. Okay. Kind of come down here, go really light, work out the outline. Okay, kind of drag it across. This one I'm really not going to try to pick up my pencil. Here, Okay. Go a little bit darker maybe on the line where it's kind of some shadows in there. Okay. Get the eye in there, a little hole. Even go back over an area to fix. Okay, got the top. Bring that down. The eye socket in there. Really scribbly. Okay, get these areas here, get these holes. So I'm pushing down on, those definitely solid edges, kind of loosening up my pencil when I'm hovering across, maybe even for these like little cracks in the skull that you guys might see. Okay. Okay, and then the bull horns. I ran out of room on my paper. That's okay. Look how scratchy you can get it. So those of you guys that you feel like you have bad penmanship, this one's for you, okay? Just kind of get an impression of it. For those darker areas like the eye sockets, I'm going to kind of darken up my line here. Let to stand out a little bit more. And there we go. That's pretty good. Okay. Again, not supposed to be perfect. Just a basic outline here and some scribbles. Loosen up your pencil strokes. Push down on those darker edges or those areas that you want to define a little bit more. Loosen up. Try not to pick up your pencil too much. And just for the sake of time, I won't do this one. I did one that had a lot of stuff in there. Again, I'm not going to look at this image and try to get all these details, just a very base impression of what this would look like. If I was doing these swing arms here, the table, I'm just going to do the table and like kind of maybe thicker areas for the swing arms. Little computer right there. Okay, little chair, really loose. Okay, so it's really all about practice for this one. Again, 3 images that I want you guys to do for a full sketchbook submission. I recommend using objects from real life. I put some recommendations on the website for you guys, but if you guys don't have any objects you want to work with at home, feel free to just look some images up on your computer and just do them straight, looking at your computer, looking down at the table for the outline here. All right, thank you guys. Hope you enjoy.